extra special.
Yeah, definitely.
You went to Japan.
I'll tell you, 10 hours, I barely got any sleep. I'm not gonna lie
Guys, say hi.
So today we literally just got here in the morning. We were chilling, we were getting ready to, head out, have fun.
And I just hear there's been an earthquake. It's in Russia, 8.7 big. And I'm like wondering, oh my God, what does this mean for us?
Just such a coincidence to have.
It was really hot coming out of like the bus coming to Tokyo and stuff. It was so hot. It humid. Like I've never experienced humidity like that, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
I realized that Japan is actually very close to Russia, and I'm like, this is crazy. We're here to study the aftermath of an earthquake that happened that caused a massive tsunami. Now we're here, we might be living through it again.
That happened in 2011, so it's like a crazy coincidence that there's also one that's like near us.
Yeah, it's really like we're trying to get a sign. So.
You know, that moment, it really felt like stepping into adulthood, I think, for a lot of us. And we really felt, I think, the weight and severity of the privilege that we have of being here. Being able to meet with the vice governor of a prefecture is just an incredible experience. It felt really important, and like our stories really mattered. What happened to us really mattered.
I felt empowering to actually speak on it or have my opinion be wanted to be shared, because I feel like a lot of times teenagers are overlooked because teenagers are like, oh, you feel too much, or like you're being dramatic. So for him to actually care for our opinion and be like, we want to hear what you think, it was like really amazing. It was amazing to see my peers also engage. Like a lot of things, like I guess I saw a new perspective. They're like thinking of different ways, and I was like, wait, I never thought about that. And like it's really interesting to like actually see the perspective of everybody else, because everybody else lived in the same community but in different areas. So I think
even after it's cleaned up, like you can still see the before and after photos. It's just something different, a different feeling that it's just so hard to explain.
I would say my feelings are pretty hopeful. I think it's beautiful the way that everything was rebuilt here. This whole monument over there, representing all the people that died and passed away, and the 23 people that went missing. It's really touching because it's hope that we can rebuild. it's rough because, you know, when you see your whole community destroyed and you see another community destroyed, it's like, it kind of, you know, you kind of develop like sort of a relationship, like a connection, because you've both been through the same thing, you know? And we can show our story to others that have trouble with natural disasters, and we can, you know, learn a lesson and take it home and teach it to others.
Hopefully soon we're able to have a building like this and artifacts like this to show, you know, our Pasadena community and how strong we are to pull through and make our community stand up again.
Tell me, how crazy is this?
It's insane. It's insane. I think seeing all these pilots or trainers, it's just crazy. And this is what they do to train. They fly these aircrafts, and I think that's just such a cool experience, and it must be so motivational for them to like waiting to see them fly. Like that's something.
Yeah.
Right, but fans have to watch it outside the base.
Yeah.
You're
We're
there.
watching right in front of them, so they're like, it's like you see it, and it's like they're doing it in front of you, and like it might just be training, it might be just something like normal for them. For me, I feel like it's so crazy because you don't get to see this every day.
It's great. It's amazing. It's the first time I've ever seen it. Amazing.
That was amazing. All I gotta say is, wow, amazing, mind blowing. Woo!
So it's very intriguing to get to hear not only like how people coordinate things, but also just to hear how they were ready to support us and ready to hear about our experiences and learn from us too.
It's definitely surprising. I think there's like a stereotype in America about Japanese high school kids are kind of like very disciplined, very like quiet. They're just there to learn. But I was like speaking last night at dinner, and I was like, I looked at those kids and I saw my friends there and like similar interests in the way they acted, like very, like I was like looking straight at my friends.
Not only am I learning about new culture, but I'm getting to meet people that hopefully I get to know for longer than this trip, as well as I'm getting to learn about ways to help my own community and those around me regarding natural disasters and just being able to help other youth be able to see new opportunities within our community.
It was so humbling and inspiring to see each and everyone's opinions and emotions. There was frustration and reflection and regret and guilt and happiness and hope and joy. There was a mix of it was a full mix of emotions that really just highlighted, I think, what this experience really entails. It's not just, you know, a bad experience or a great experience. It's mixed with a nuance of emotions that we've experienced.
Then they took us to this warehouse that they had. It was just a little bit outside of town, and we got to meet another dignitary who, you know, even when he introduced himself, he shared that he had lost his daughter and his wife in the tsunami. And this is one of the reasons he took on a position as an elected, because he wanted to be a part of the change, right? And so he proudly, along with their transportation ambassador, showed us this amazing warehouse that has become a place where they keep items just in case there's another disaster. We were amazed to know that they had a plan that included a family backpack, family food rations, water for a family, enough for 3 to 5 days until other help could arrive.
食べましたね。昨日
まさにこれ食べましたね、避難所で。
So at the evacuation center yesterday, there are a few people evacuated and stayed over, and they had this meal.
Oh. Dehydrated rice. It's like the dehydrated rice.
Yeah, dehydrated rice. The prefecture assembly member, Representative Higashimatsu. He used to work in the reconstruction division. He was head right after. And then again, he said he lost his daughter.
Everyone else in the room can see it. Everyone else but you. Baby, if I have my world, I know my
Floating area.
It's a very small city. I had no clue that it was this small and kind of like reserved and away from the big city life like Tokyo. But yet they've managed to rebuild back and better with such a small community but such a powerful one. So I feel like I can only imagine what we can do as a big city of Los Angeles and Pasadena and Altadena. I think there's a lot of hope and a lot of potential, like you keep saying.
I've been really inspired for hope. I mean, I think like Mia said, the Indian fire took everything, and and 2 years before that, I lost my father. So just adding on to this, it just became a burden, like heavy grief. But after coming here, I feel a lot of relief. I felt like I found myself for being here, and not only that, I feel like Kibo, like you said, for hope. Hope means the potential to change, and I feel like this is just a start a relationship. I mean, that we all share this planet. So for me personally, this is just the beginning of a journey where we must work together, not just as one country or one continent, but as a planet, to not just save lives, but also create unity and peace.
I will take this part and I will remove my voice and I will tell people that you were doing some special training. I'm just kidding. And it will not be so.
So you pick it up, and then use your right hand to like. Oh, so put it in like that. Bring it back for a bit. Yeah.
What are you getting?
Water. But look how beautiful
The ice
is. Wow. I'm obsessed.
Well, what do you give it? 10 out of 10?
20.
20. 5 stars.
We're gonna see you like fighting back tears and you're like, no, it's not.
Welcome Stars. Right now we're here with U.S. Japan Council making mochi. And this right here, the outer is red bean paste. And then here we have the chef, you know, using his magic to give us the paste.
Okay.
So then, what? Beautiful. Beautiful. What should I do with this?
But I think the most important part of this program and this community that we built is just the people. Everybody here who's supported, who's maybe gave money or donated for us to be here in this country. And since it's the last day, a lot of questions that have been asked are, what do I want to bring home, or what do I wish I could bring home? And it's just really the people.
So seeing these high schoolers with their kind-hearted spirit and there's a community, it's really moved me to make sure that we, as Americans, have this within our country. We were here, we're kind to one another, and we talk to one another.
I feel so honored to be a part of this program, and I thank you all for the great opportunities, not just in terms of what we've been doing during this trip, but also the fact that you've taken the time to sit down with us and get to know us and really connect is deeply appreciated. Has felt so full with knowledge and connection, and even though we have something to do from morning to night, I never got tired just because of how great every part of the trip was.
毎日が本当に充実していて、朝から晩まで動きっぱなしだったんですけど、疲れる暇もなく、新しい知識だったり視野っていうのをいただきました。
I think seeing the really strong sense of community here has taught me how I can be a better community member, not only when it comes to disaster preparedness, but also just in everyday life and bringing people together.
I just want to say thank you to the chaperones and leaders that were guiding us through Japan this whole week. Miku, Momo, Derek, Eric, and Matsu. They were really the backbone behind our dreams, and they supported us through the whole thing. So, and they taught us a lot too. So, thank you.
I think overall though, I feel like I learned that such tragic things can be so beautiful. And this came out of it all. And I remember 5-6 months ago in January, I never would have thought that I'd be here. In January, I was at one of my lowest lows. And like Eric said, I had no hope. And now I've come here and I've met people who just, I don't know, allow me to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And I guess it's just so bittersweet that I have to leave. But like we were all talking about today, it's so easy, especially recently, to feel like a number, I guess, to, I don't know, back home, the government, whatever. But here I felt like a person, and people saw me and accepted me and welcomed us with no questions. And we met the kids, and they were, they met us with open arms, and it felt like I had been friends with them for years. So I'm forever grateful, but what a dream, I think. Yeah.
For them to be able to find community in common experiences of what they've lost, but also they share a common hope of wanting more for their community and wanting to personally be engaged with change. So I think the combination of those two things has created something that's very healing, and there is healing in community.
the future is bright. We say that at Stars, that the future is bright. And it's because of the young people that we're privileged to pour into, to walk with, to journey with. And being with these young people, I am personally encouraged. I'm encouraged about the future of Pasadena. I'm encouraged about the future of Los Angeles. And now coming to Japan and even meeting some amazing young people, I'm encouraged about the future of the world. So I'm personally taking away some joy, some encouragement, that's helping me build some resiliency to continue to go back and do what I need to do in Pasadena.